Looking back, what part of the process did you enjoy the most?
The crowds went totally wild when all of us stepped out of the tunnel and onto the field. Talk about a major adrenaline rush.
Okay.
It was just after camp, and Coach called me in to talk about the preseason games. I didn't think anything of it at the time.
Hardly has any holes before we had anyone on the current roster who stood out to you the most. Chris Carson became Metcalf. Oh no. They're both good guys. I don't want to lose one of them. If I go Metcalf, I'll have to work on my running game. This is a hard decision. That's nothing. 92, 92, 91, 97, 95, 93. I'm gonna have to go Metcalf. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Carson. Both of these guys have been pushing themselves in camp. Metcalf has really been setting himself apart from the pack. He needs to have one heck of a year.
It was the first of many moments that would eventually snowball into something much bigger.
I really hope they didn't get rid of Metcalf. Oh, okay. X Factor, Metcalf X Factor. 75 passing and rushing yards the next preseason game. Here we go.
Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports.
We are in our second season with the team. First season was something else. You guys see those in the previous videos. Let's get into it. Alright, we kept them to a field goal. They almost scored. They faked the field goal and got a first down. Held them back.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Come on, Carson.
Incomplete. But Chris Carson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to
Tough
throw
game
that
for
one into
preseason.
coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
Griffin.
And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Yeah.
And he is not quite
come
gonna
on.
make it all the way in. They'll mark him
shouldn't
down
have
right
juked.
about the 1-yard line.
I shouldn't have
Your
juked.
team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
Preseason.
yeah, right now. You know
That would've
that come
been
regular season,
good
he's going
points
to
for
be ready
him,
to
too.
go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games
We're
to
going to run the
count.
ball in.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their
Carson, that
2nd
touchdown.
drive. And following the turnover, they'll look to take the lead here as they start with a first. And he will
There we
not
go.
be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
There we go.
Chris Carson taking it in. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line
was a good
creating some
move, too.
space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Brilliant punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's fine.
The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Okay.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And they're
Fight
gonna
for
mark
it.
him
There you
down
go.
short,
Okay.
maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We're going for it.
And how about
1
this
yard
one
line.
now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run
first
for
down.
it with Carson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Greg Olsen.
So, Charles, this the second week of action here in the preseason. It's a time where, talking heads like you and me start making our predictions for Super Bowl favorites in this upcoming campaign. And I tell you, there have been a good many folks who think that this team on offense right now has what it takes to lift that Lombardi trophy come February.
Yeah, and I don't think they've had to do a lot of extra time in the weight room in order to make sure they're able to lift that trophy. This team is flat out loaded, especially when you talk about the offense. Top to bottom, one of the best offenses in the league. They have everything you're looking for at all spots. Yeah, they're going to tinker around with different things here in the preseason. But bottom line, they think they are as explosive as anyone in the league, and they can't wait to put it on display.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if it was in a
39.
fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Play number 9.
12 seconds and a half.
Coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going
Where's
to
the
have
flag?
another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
No.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I need that pass
now
protection.
Whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first
Can I
half. So
make the
3
kick?
seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this
There we
one
go.
is right down the middle. And that
Halftime.
will do it for this first half. So
We'll
we
see you
approach
after
halftime
halftime.
with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. We've got 2 more after this one, and then we get it all started, as we normally do, on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gott.
Back and underway here in preseason week 2. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 30-yard
Seattle
line.
again getting ready to take over offensively. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers,
some runs in.
counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
You want to throw it?
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The first throw for the backup, Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Thank you.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Why are you running backwards?
What
are you doing?
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
They're 48-yard.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
I'm playing this Wilson right
And
now.
he's
They
going
need
to
to
get this
get me
pretty
back on the
close
field.
to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 44. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the shotgun, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
A gain of
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that's complete to Swain. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
He's going to get this underneath to Dallas. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go.
Got Wilson 4 to 4.
yards on the pickup.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
That's another touchdown.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to.
They'll put me back in next.
Defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
Intercepted. Trying to go out on 4th.
The football back. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of
putting Wilson back on the field.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, at this point on the clock, had to throw.
A little bit of daylight on that first down
for those
run
yards.
sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
He's taken down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Derek Brown
Still one away.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way.
Run again.
I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run forward.
Really?
And that one going nowhere from the start.
Again?
He's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first first
You know what?
down gain
I'm going
of
for
8.
it.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson.
Nice.
That's to the
Caught.
tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I gotta think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy.
2-minute warning.
They practiced for this
17
back
to
in
3.
training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Penny.
First
And
down.
bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first
We
and
can't
10.
complete my goal, but we'll get those running backs some
They'll try
yards.
and run some clock here with Penny.
I'll try.
Not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the
Was that 3rd and
Panthers
4?
going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
3rd and 4.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's got room
Nice.
to run. And
Get him
he'll
down
go
the field,
but
boy.
not before getting this inside the 30. A big
Look at
hitter
those
there.
running backs
First
some
down
yards.
gain of 26 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
We're going to keep running the ball.
Penny, the first down carry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain
Got a
of
few
4.
yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing.
Okay.
Get him behind us and let's go.
10-yard line. 50 seconds to go.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time
Try to
in the
get that touchdown
offseason.
before timer
This is
runs
why
out.
you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there it is. Touchdown right before the end of the game.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
And that was the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.
With one solid performance to kick things off, the press wanted to know if and how we could keep that up.
Okay. You and your teammates put up some great numbers. If you had to pick a favorite, which position best supports you? Okay. We're gonna go entertainer. We need to work on that. Wide receivers. Quarterback is only as good as his weapons are. You have wideouts who can go up and get 50-50 balls or make plays in the open field. I missed that last part.
But it was
That's
still
fine.
the preseason. Little did I know the impact my answer would have down the road.
Let's see what I did. An acceleration of